Take my
This
phone
music
off the
here.
hook because I'm expecting 2 calls.
Trump sends the message.
All right.
It is what it is, show. The is what it is, show with Molly Bell, y'all. The is what it is, show with Molly Bell, y'all. It is what it is, show with Molly Bell. Straight out of Compton with truth to tell. Coming with the real and it ain't no act. Molly Bell giving up the good straight facts. It is what it is, show. It is what it is, show with Molly Bell, y'all.
That's right.
It is what it is, show.
Dr. Simi
That's
moving
right.
crazy.
It is what it is. Yo, with Molly Bell. How you doing, Sister Bell?
Just blessed, Keith. I was trying to get my balloons right. Somebody gave me a balloon that's because the day my birthday, and I'm 78. But looking at it on this screen,
Happy
it looked like
birthday.
87. Well, thank you very much, Keith.
Happy
But
birthday to you. Either way, 78 or 87 is definitely a blessing. Blessing
yeah,
to
but
be here with the people, you know. Yeah.
yeah, but I wanted to
Yeah.
be
You
78.
you got
87.
anything you want to say on the intro on the coming in? Yeah. Oh, okay. I see 78. I see 78 up there. Yeah, I see
Okay.
78. I
Yeah,
see
those are
that's what
big old
exactly what I
giant
see.
balloons.
78.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Yeah. 78 years young. Yeah. Yes, indeed. So we are live. We are live, and this is Molly Bell from Compton. It is what it is show. We celebrate Molly Bell's birthday here. We got Mickey on hold. He's waiting. He wants to come on so he can say a little happy birthday to you.
But bring him
And
on.
so I'm okay. Let me bring him on. And here he is. Let me
Miss
see.
Molly
There he is.
Bell, happy
Miss,
birthday. Can you
how
hear
you?
me?
Yeah, I can hear you, and I can see you. I remember
Good.
back in the, I one of those. What do rappers used to say? Uh, the Fresh Prince. Smell you later.
Got my
No,
chain on and everything. I'm ready to go.
gosh,
Yeah.
both of you guys look good.
All right.
Right. Happy birthday to you, Molly. It's
Yeah,
78.
you look good too. I mean, hey.
Thank you.
You don't look nowhere near 78. You
All right,
lying.
That's,
You lying to us.
I'll
yeah,
accept that lie.
yeah.
I'll
Okay.
accept.
She making that age up. She making that age up, man. She making that age up. She ain't no 78.
Yeah, it's
Molly Bell, you've been taking care of yourself. I mean that, and I
Yeah.
mean obviously, cause see, and you already know what I'm gonna say. Black don't crack.
don't crack.
Don't
Black
cry.
don't crack. Cause
No.
see, if we black people as a whole, people don't know our age. They don't know our age, man.
Okay.
You see,
No,
they have Angela Bassett. She's same age as me. She's 67 years old and she's still playing a beat cop on TV, riding around in a black and white police car with a uniform on when she should be playing a detective.
Yeah,
They
she
don't know what
is.
black people supposed to look like. They don't know.
no, no. They
Yeah,
they doing a lot. They doing a
yeah,
lot of cold
yeah,
blooded things. But the best thing is that we know what we look
yeah,
like.
yeah.
That's right.
We know who we are. In Compton,
Oh yeah,
At Compton High School,
yeah.
we used to say, everywhere we go, people want to know who we are. So we tell them we are the Tar Babes, mighty, mighty Tar Babes. And, uh, and that's the way it is always. I don't care where we go, people want to know, who is that? Where did he
Mm-hmm.
They
come?
do.
Where did she come from?
Yeah,
And they want us,
yeah. They want to
and
know.
they want us to be scared, but
Mm-hmm.
we're not scared.
Yeah.
And
Well,
there's a lot. Go ahead, go ahead, Mickey.
No, we ain't
no, no,
afraid. We ain't
I
afraid.
was gonna say, Molly, they're sprinkling enough money out there in these other countries and stuff to educate people on us, but I don't know if they're doing a good job. they're coming up with this country. They send $1 million for this DI program. This one 500,000. This one 400,000. When the money should be spent here in America. What you think about that?
Oh, I always think that it should be spent here in America. And I also know that they sending it away and doing what they think that they're going to do. But our people came here in the bottom of a slave ship.
Right.
How much we didn't have no room service. We didn't have nobody to clean our sheets. We didn't have nobody to do this. And so the lack of the money that they're not giving us, we're going to get there.
You're gonna get ours.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're gonna get
We're going to show them who we are. But for a bunch of us who have a relationship with God, not only who we are, but whose we are, because we have a better relationship. And so I always say that I want my joy. I still haven't got my joy back. I've been working on that, Mickey and Keith. I want my joy back. Even when Biden bowed out and let Kamala go ahead and she raised all that money, I was happy for her, but I didn't have my joy. And I guess I didn't understand why I didn't have my joy. And for those who are listening, you hear that noise. I live across the street from Compton Airport. And I have the door open because I'm expecting some folks a little later.
You better hop on one of them planes and fly to Vegas. Hop on one of them planes and fly to Vegas, Jack.
So what's happening in
Vegas? They used to have a plane like that would fly from Palmdale to Vegas. They had a direct flight from Palmdale to Vegas. But they discontinued it, and they started flying from Palmdale to Frisco, and then you would transfer over from Frisco to go wherever you wanted to go. But originally it was Palmdale to Vegas.
Yeah, and I know what the plane was called, PSA, for stop. And I used to fly to yeah, you act like I'm not the only one that did that. Some people that listen, oh yeah, Mollie, glad you.
Oh yeah, I know, I remember them.
Yeah, PSA, and
I remember them. Well, that's Southwest. That's Southwest. That's Southwest now. That's the same airline as Southwest. They just changed the name to Southwest. Yeah, same airline. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Because that's what it was. It was Pacific Southwest Airlines, PSA, Pacific Southwest Airlines. They just shortened it to Southwest Airlines. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Changed the color of the plane because that plane used to be yellow with a smile, with a face smile drawn on the front. Remember that? Yeah. That was my first flight that I took from Vegas. I actually took the Greyhound to Vegas, and I won a little money, so I flew back. That was the fastest flight I had ever taken, and it really messed my timing up for about 2 weeks. That's when I found out what jet lag was all about. It messed me up for about 2 weeks. It was too fast. It was too quick.
Yeah, I like PSA. I used to, and I'm a little older than you, so we used to party back in the day in Oakland and San Francisco. And we would catch PSA to San Francisco. And like I said, I'm not going to go to all my past. I'll just leave some of it to guess. But when we would go to fly to San Francisco, because during those 60s and 70s, I graduated from high school in 65, but I went to El Camino Junior College, graduated from there, got a degree in 20th century thought. Then I went to Cal State Dominguez Hills. But then, Keith and Mickey, things begin to change. And so I did 2 years there, and they said I could audit some things and get my degree. But then my brother was killed in Vietnam in 67. In 68. And then the drug companies were coming in. And then I was still a young girl by myself then. I never had any children. But we would say, let's go to San Francisco. And we would fly PSA and go to San Francisco because I thought I had a little hippie in it. And when I went to San Francisco, we found out white folks, they always did drugs. I never was a drug user like that, but I wasn't going to sit there and be square. And anybody say, yeah, Mollie Bell used to smoke weed and do this. And then I could say, who told you that? They said, you said it on what it is. That's what it is, Mollie Bell. When Mollie Bell was teaching it. And I'm going to say, I just said that to make them feel good. so that they
you know what? Ain't nobody questioning nobody's past. You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
Because everybody has experimented with something at one time or another, whether it be marijuana or alcohol or beer or something. And if you liked it, you liked it. If you didn't, you didn't. If you didn't, try it again. So hey, even George Bush Jr., he said he smoked back in the day when he was in college days, so hey, this is America, and we try things and we do things like that.
Some of them didn't
exactly. I don't question nobody's. I question nobody's past. Oh yeah, that was Bill Clinton that said that. I didn't inhale. Yeah, right. Just like you didn't have relations with that woman. Yeah, right, Bill. Bill was a big liar.
Somebody named Lewinsky, all like that. Yeah. Well, but during that time, when I was going to Haight-Ashbury and out there with the hippies, I met a man named Stokely Carmichael, and he came out here to speak. And so we used to say, when people say, I'm a hippie, and Stokely Carmichael, he was up at Will Rogers Park out here in Watts. And it was a lot of white folks, a lot of black folks. And I had a big old bullhorn because we didn't have PA systems. And so he said, what is a hippie? And so I said, a hippie is a person who dropped out of society. He said, sister, what is a hippie? A hippie is the person who dropped out of society.
What's up, Kev, Mac?
He gave me the megaphone, and he said, come up here and say it. Talking about feeling good. This is Stokely Carmichael. And I got the megaphone at Will Rogers Park, and I said, a hippie is a person who dropped out of society. He said, are you a hippie? I said, yes, I'm a hippie. And he says, how can you be a hippie if a hippie is a person who dropped out of society? Black folks ain't never been accepted in society.
Wow.
I feel so molded. Wow. But he gave me a hug. And he says, you need to understand that. He said, my sister, when this is over with, these white folks going to comb their hair, take a bath, put on a suit. He says, and then for those who have tattoos all on your body, they used some paper that made the tattoos. We was going, like the Haight-Ashbury, getting tattoos put on us. I'm not saying that it was wrong, but we were doing that. And so after that, that was my last day of being a hippie, was when Stokely Carmichael, we know him as Kwame Ture now, but when he told me that, and sometimes you just got to be told who you are and what you're about. I didn't mean to go there, but this is my 78th birthday. So if I just wanted to,
Kev Mack just joined us. What's up, Kev?
Hey, what's up, Kev?
Good. Happy birthday, Mollie.
How you doing?
Right.
Thank you.
They were talking about black don't crack. I'm looking at you like you look like you the same age.
Exactly. Hey, look, I'm the one with the gray hair. Shit. Yeah. But anyway, Man, yeah, Molly, you know, I could see you going to school at Berkeley.
Yeah, I could have. I just, you know, when you're looking for yourself,
Uh,
you have to really find yourself. I was going to church. I was being a hippie. I was hanging around with white folks, and they did exactly what Kwame Ture said. After all this was over with, they took a bath, washed
cut
their
their hair.
hair,
Yep.
got a briefcase, and went into America and took their rightful place as white folks in the system. And I didn't do that. Uh, but I have no regrets. I have
Right.
no regrets about what I did because the poverty program came. And when the poverty program came, they gave all of us youth opportunity, YOP program, youth opportunity program. And I got a job at the post office. And you could only work from 6 to 10, and we got paid, and our council people and different ones helped us out, but it made a change in our lives. My life changed. From then on, I knew that I, as a Black person, I'm somebody. I
Yep.
am somebody. And I'm not going to let nobody put me down. I'm not going to let nobody tell me who I'm not. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to. They killed my brother in Vietnam. They brought all the crack into Compton. And they brought all of this where they took out the pay phones where you couldn't even call and tell nobody about anything. We didn't even have cell phones, but you couldn't even call the police. Too many things happened during that time. And some of you remember WLCAC, but we had some great authors. We had some great speakers, and it made a difference. And so at 78, if I could sing, it would be if anybody write my life story. For whatever reason that would be. I can tell you about all the pain and the glory. But for me, Jesus was the best thing that happened to me. West Side!
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
My
wow.
friend Paul, his mother was she worked at WLCAC over there on Central.
Yeah.
And he used to get a job there every summer. But for some reason she wouldn't get me a job. I guess I was too buck wild out there in the streets,
You
you
wouldn't get
know.
one now. No, I mean, I
But see, Paul used to always come back and tell me stories about how he saw, Tookie and Mac Thomas and all these guys over at the park over there,
yeah,
Bill Rogers Park and all that.
yeah,
And so he got a chance to meet and socialize and be with a lot of those guys over there from Watts, right? Because a lot of them guys from Watts were the ones getting the jobs that LA and Watts that was getting those jobs in the summertime.
yes.
But that's really weird because that's where he ended up losing his life in Watts. He lost his life in Watts.
Who was that?
My best friend, Paul Harris, that I
Wow.
went to high school with. Yeah, Indian Paul, used to call him because he was out of Oklahoma. Yeah, Indian ancestry.
Yeah, that's where my father was born, Boley, Oklahoma,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Indian ancestry. And so
yeah.
we've got to do what we've got to do. Where everybody else? Where is your answer? Everybody else? Where y'all from?
Oh shit. I got
Mhm.
everything in my family: Black, Indian, Irish, French. Oh
You
man.
are not alone.
I'm a whole melted pot.
Me too. But
Yeah.
so my mother comes from New York City. Her parents came. Her mom was from Augusta, Georgia, and her dad from South Carolina. I think that's Charleston, South Carolina. On my father's side of the family, my father is from Bastrop, Texas. His mother,
What did you say?
Bastrop, Texas.
That's a real city?
Yeah, yeah.
It sounds like you said bastard.
Yeah, Bastrop, Texas.
Gotcha.
BROP.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
And his parents was from there, and his father's parents were Indians from Oklahoma, and they
Yeah.
came in
Yeah,
like
you got that.
Yeah, my father was
Yeah, I
from
got that
Mollie,
linkage too.
Oklahoma.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, my
It's probably those
my
Creek and those Seminole Indians in Oklahoma. The
That's
Black
what,
Creek
that's
Indians in
us. That's my
Seminole.
grandmother. My
Okay.
grandmother, Oklahoma. My mom, well, we originally from the South, Arkansas, down in the sticks in Arkansas, Bradley, Arkansas, where they done found all that lithium right now in that little
yeah.
Mhm.
cell. Yeah, they buying
Mhm.
houses. We got a property down there that we just getting paperwork, getting offers from that area down there right now. That area is real hot.
Hmm.
But my dad was from New York City, so
Mhm.
it was a city and the country girl, hooking up,
yeah.
doing their thing,
Yeah.
moving out west from there, and him
Yeah.
going in the Air Force and all that. So
My father is from Boley, Oklahoma. My mother is from Malvern, Arkansas. And I was born in Phoenix, Arizona. And the rest of my family, my brother that was killed in Vietnam, he was born in Arkansas. And so
Okay.
that's our that's our heritage.
Yeah. 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 My people father was from Mississippi, uh, with Indian ancestry on my grandmother's great grandmother's side. My mother was from Wyatt, Missouri, and her great grandmother was from France. Uh, and I thought when she told me the story about how she passed away, I think she might have been too young to realize. And I thought about it because she said that she had got struck by lightning in front of in front of the house. And I thought back, I said it might have been a gunshot. It might have been a shotgun that because for a little kid to hear that loud noise, they don't know whether the difference between that, because like I said, she wasn't Creole, she was 100% French. And for somebody French to be with somebody black to be with somebody white at that time, you know the story. You already
yeah,
know the story, man. So,
My mother's side, we had Jewish slave owners, and the slave owner, of course, had babies by one of his slaves.
Yeah, you said Jewish.
there's a lot of that.
oh yeah, it's a lot of Jewish slave owners
Yeah.
in the South.
Mhm.
Jewish slave owners were the ones that had the money, that were managing the money for most of the plantations, and they were the ones that started the banks on the East Coast and up in New York, where the slave owners would take their money and put their money in the bank. So yeah, they were the ones. They were the ones that was created. That's why you got Wall Street in New York right today, because of the stuff they did. Yeah.
Yeah, our
Jewish slave
families
owners.
are very diverse. I tell you,
Yep.
Right. You're right. We
Yeah.
got a little bit of everything. All of us
Yeah.
got a little bit of everything mixed in with us, but we know where our real roots come from. That
Yeah.
come from the motherland, come from the
Motherland.
motherland. Yeah. It don't matter.
Yeah.
Like they said, it's the Constitution. If you got 1/10 of 1% of black blood in you, then you black.
Right.
That's a small amount of black blood to be considered. Once you think about it, our blood must be pretty doggone powerful. Just one drop
Yeah.
of black blood and you black. Come on, man.
Now, remember when we were in school and we would paint, and they would take the milk cartons, the empty milk carton, and you would have a bunch of red and blues, whatever colors you were using. But then they would take the empty one with just plain water, and then that's what you clean your brush off with. At the end of the day, you mix the black, the red, the brown, the yellow, the white, and the water was black.
Black.
Mm-hmm.
It was black. So I've learned then that if you mix everybody with us, you're gonna get black. You're going to get black. And so that made me a little bit prouder of who I am and who my family and who my people. Because if you might mix yellow and red, I don't know what color, might be a orange looking something. But if you mix all the colors, clean your brush, it's going to be black. I'm gonna go get some water. See,
Yeah,
I
okay.
think I saw Mickey get some. I'm gonna go get me about.
Yeah. But y'all remember that song, If You Had a Choice of Colors? If you had a choice of colors, which one would you choose, my brother? Oh, man. That was the Impressions, I think it was, back in the 60s. That was before y'all time. Y'all wasn't born yet. Oh, man. We had some good music, man. Some music that had a lot of messages in it. Just like I really gravitate toward like the early rap, Cool Mo D and them guys, man. Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. Don't Push Me, I'm Close to the Edge. I like that rap, but when it kind of flipped over to the gangster rap, they lost me, man, because I knew the destruction was on the way. The destruction, man, was on the way.
I actually the rap came because about our current lifestyle at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Them dudes was my age, so I could understand everything they was talking about. Black cop showing white cop, mad because a young man got jury, all that type of stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I get it, because that first rap album that I bought, was that Sugar Hill Gang, and that was like what was that, like 92 or something like that? Is that about 92? 89?
79.
79? Okay. Well, I got that album. I still got that album. And it's that was the first like real commercial rap song that they was actually playing like on the radio, and that sucker was popular. Pretty doggone popular, man. Yeah. Yeah.
Videos back then.
Yeah. But who had a rap out before that? And that was a cat out of LA, man, called Blowfly.
Yeah.
He was one of the Dolomite type dudes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But when that gangster rap hit, it was on. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
I was in Southgate, right there, right next to you, Mollie, Eazy-E, Cypress Hill, what was the boy saying? Menderosa, the Mexican cat, first song that first came out with the Mexican Spanish rap, gangster rap, the whole nine. Yeah, it was from this club to that club. They was all doing their thing, all them fellas. While I was going over to the post office, I had to leave the clubs a little early because I had to work.
Oh, okay.
And I had to work a little bit, so
that's what saved me. I had Thursdays and Fridays off, so that saved my life, man. Because if I'd had Saturdays off, Fridays and Saturdays off, man, I probably wouldn't be here right now.
Yeah, that was hitting it. It was hitting it hard. It was.
Yeah.
So
Mollie, you got an easy connection, don't you?
Oh yeah, I met Eazy-E, and I have cards, ruthless cards, and I would talk to him. He would come to the courthouse when Officer Brasenio of the LA4, the police that beat up Rodney King, he said that Officer Brasenio didn't do it, and I would talk to him all the time up there, and I even have him sign stuff for me, not knowing how far this was going to go. But I met Eazy-E. I met so many of the rappers back in the day, and it was a good thing because the rappers were rapping, and other people, they start doing gangster rap, and then other rap, and then you know dividing up the territory. And I don't know what caused that. I I think that I just think that it was something because I as a kid, I grew up in East LA. I don't know if anybody ever heard of a place called Pico Gardens, Aliso Village. And I grew up over there by, it was a hospital called Big General Hospital. You got 10,000 stairs just to get into that hospital. And so it was a lot. But I used to see the other, a lot of the rappers around here.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mhm.
wasn't.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, that
KP,
was my phone.
if
Go ahead.
I didn't really tell them that I was going to do this, Molly and Kev, I didn't tell KP, but I want to invite y'all the 22nd of this month to come on down to the Bahama Breeze in Las Vegas here, because KP, y'all don't know it, but he got a book coming out.
Wow.
KP he's gonna be an author. Yeah,
Yeah.
got a book.
What
American
is it
Kids
about,
Support Your
KP?
Parents. Yeah, KP got a book coming out.
What's the
It's
name of it?
American Kids Support Your Parents. It's about the filial laws. You know how other countries like the Asian countries and like in Africa, where we take care of our seniors, and we when they're old and stuff, get older, we look out for them. Well, America is falling behind in that area. It's falling way behind. So his
Yeah,
book
too far.
Talks about the not only the information, but the monetary part of you being able to. I got advanced copies, so that's why I could talk a bit about it here. Some of the changes that Congress and stuff is making now, some of the case studies, some of the different states have different laws, different responsibilities. Like if you don't take care of your kids, you could, take care of your parents, the kids could be liable for it. It's a good read. It goes into that area where some people have said, we're going to start holding American kids responsible for their parents. When they in a senior home and they run up bills or what have you, they're going to start.
But they don't really have to worry about too much about that, man, because it's too many programs out there. Too many programs for you to get paid for taking care of your parents.
I,
I don't know how many of those programs are going to be around, are going to still be around.
But you got
with
the websites,
current administration,
organizations, and all that.
Okay, Pete, congratulations, because I want to. I would love to read it and find out your position on taking care of the parents. I never had any children, but I always wanted to take, I took care of my father until he went to heaven. And so he died at 90 years old. And he was born in, like I said, 1909 in Boley, Oklahoma. And so he knows about the Indians, and he would talk about them. And I remember when Geronimo G. Jaga Pratt got arrested, and then we went out to see about him. And I said, Daddy, I wanted Geronimo. I'm going to go to one of his trials. And so he said, they ain't let that black Indian out yet. I said, no, Daddy. Geronimo wasn't the Indian, but he's listening to the name. Geronimo. So he's a Black Panther.
Geronimo. Yeah.
Geronimo G. Jaga.
My mother was a big
Yeah.
fan of Geronimo Pratt. And when he came back down to the county jail to have his case overturned when he was let out, I actually met him because I was incarcerated at the time. And he was a very smart and caring individual, man. He, of course, he still had animosity toward the white man, but he was a good dude, man. It was a pleasure meeting him. One of the highlights in my life.
Right. But you can't see this. But I'm opening it up.
Yeah.
KP, you were here when I got these flowers. But
Yeah.
today is my birthday. You can't see this.
We
But
got
it
another
said,
guest. Another
it
guest
said,
popping in.
this one said, hello, Mollie Bell.
Right.
Wishing you a wonderful love, Jenny and Geronimo. Geronimo's in heaven, but they sent me a birthday card today, and a big thing of flowers. So meeting Geronimo and knowing him, I used to come out and carry a big old sign talking about free Geronimo. And then he said, who's that sister that's always out there with a sign about me? And they told him that it was Mollie Bell. And I, 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 I helped him and got to know him real good. All right, who's our
Yeah.
next? Who's our new
We
guest?
got another guest. We got another guest coming in to holler at you, Molly. That's Skip Townsend.
Hey, Skip, I couldn't even see that. I
So,
put on my glasses. How you doing?
Hey. I heard it's your birthday today.
It's my birthday. It's my birthday.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
78 years
indeed.
old today, Skip.
Well, happy birthday to you.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you so very much. They were asking, they don't know that some of them, that I knew a lot of the young rappers, Eazy-E and Geronimo G. Jagger Pratt and Skip Townsend, you know.
Well, let me tell you what Vicky Lindsay told me. Vicky Lindsay told me that I haven't made it until I made it into your photo album. And then by the time I seen your photo album, I seen pictures you had of me. So I said, "Oh, I made it a long time ago. I just didn't know it." But they say you're not a real community activist. You're not really in the streets unless Mollie Bell has a picture of you in her photo album.
Yeah.
So yes, I know who you got in your photo album. I know you know everybody coming straight out of Compton. I know.
Yeah, yeah, we always, you know, I always say that too. And, we've had a chance to meet and know a lot of people. We've done a
Yes.
lot of things. It's my joy to have done them, like with Skip and all your group, you know, Bo and just everybody. And and of course Vicky Lindsay, Sandra, what's her name, Carolina, and just, you know,
Pam Carolina.
Pam Carolina. Cassandra
Yeah.
was her sister. That she graduated with me. And so Compton really is something. We've met the Serenas and Venus, you know, the tennis court, you know, Skip, right across the street from where I live.
That's Track New Park. Yeah.
Yeah, Track New. And they, you know, they did it. And so it's an honor. It's an honor to be part of Compton. And even though I know that the Bushes, they used to live in Compton. You know.
Mollie Bell, you in Compton or you in Bompton over there? Which one you in? Which one you in?
No.
Compton or Bompton?
No, she's in Compton. She's definitely in Compton.
She in Compton, okay. You over there by the airport, that's right. You in Compton.
I live right across the street from the airport a while ago when the airplanes were coming over. And so I live right there, right across the street from Trag New Park. Vicky Lindsay's mother used to live on the other side of me. And
is that Little League facility by you too? The Little League baseball facility that they built?
No, I think that's up in downtown Compton. I'm not sure. Little League sports place. There's a couple of things that are in down, but I saw somebody else from Compton the other night on the awards. They ain't like us.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. He won. He won quite a few awards that night.
Yes, he did. They ain't like us.
He
and
won
they
more
know.
awards than Beyonce. He won more awards than Taylor Swift didn't get no award. But yeah, he won more awards than Beyonce that night. Even though Beyonce got Record of the Year and Album of the Year,
Yeah.
he got Record of the Year, and Beyonce got Album of the Year.
Well, I think he got 2 awards, and there, Skip, right there over on Rosecrans at Tams, they got that sign. They ain't like us, painted on Tams building right over there.
Yeah. My friend Mike did that. Lil Mike, he's an artist. He put that up there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's part of Ceasefire. He if you go down what is that, Slauson and Hoover, he's the one who put Forgiveness up there. Crenshaw in 67th, he put Honor or something like that. He's did about 21, 22 murals all throughout the city. Yep,
Good.
little young dude named Mike. I forgot his last name though, but yeah, he purposely does it in black and white. Just like how the T flats crossed it out and all that, it makes it easier for him to fix it if he keeps it in black and white.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yep.
That's cool.
Well, I am so glad that the city of Compton, the people, we ain't scared. We're not scared to do what we say we're gonna do. We're not afraid to do different things. And a lot of people love some Compton, and most of the ones that I've heard about that do Compton, don't they usually live? They do know something about Compton, because we've had some great meetings and Jim Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jim
Yep.
Brown.
You talk about community. Community, that's what community is all about. And the whole saying about it takes a village, it really does take a village. It takes a village, man, to kind of get everything on point.
Skip,
I agree.
village, man. Anytime problem, you go to Skip. He runs the whole village.
Nah, not really. No. You know what I do though? In my phone, I got about almost 4,000 phone numbers.
Oh,
so what I do is I use my phone. I use my phone, and then every chance I get, I tell people, well, that's who I called. That's who I called to stop it. So I try to put it out there, but anytime it's an issue, I got to get on my phone. I can't just go in any neighborhood like where Mollie Bell is. Man, I done been to Mollie Bell's house. I done been to Vicky Lindsay's house, but I don't cross the street and go to that park. I know it's not my park. So, so I would never go over there and tell them what they should be doing or whatever. But yeah, I could utilize my telephone though.
Yeah, because Vicky lives
but see, that park has significance with like you said earlier, Molly, about Venus and Serena being over there, playing tennis and all that. But I remember their daddy, he used to get his hat brought to him daily until people intervened and kind of got to talking with some of the gang leaders over there. Said, hey man, wait a minute. So they worked out a deal where Venus and Serena and the kids could have the park in the daytime, and the guys in that neighborhood could go kind of hang out at the park at night. It gave the kids a chance to be kids again, to be out there, to be able to play and all that. So I don't know if they still doing that or not, but I know they did. They did it when Venus and Serena was over there. After Pops had the box, he had the box every day, man, every day, protecting them girls.
And I have some pictures of Mr. Richards. He supported reparations, and Mr. Peoples with the slave ship and everything.
Yes.
And so he supported reparations, and nice guy, real nice guy. Had a chance to talk to him and to just meet him. One thing about Compton is that Compton is open, and that a lot of people claim it, And people say, Molly Bell, do you know so and so? They lived in Compton, and or they said they lived in Compton. I said, if they want to claim Compton, and if they were there, because back in the day, there was a time where I don't know that big bald head actor. I can't think of him. His eyes are kind of funny.
Zoo.
Talking about Zeus. Talking about Zeus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
trying to listen. Yeah,
He used to always
Yeah,
be down
Tiny.
at the
Yeah.
end of yeah. He used to always be at the end of the block, you know. And so I would see him. But
tiny.
it's a lot of folks from Compton, and not scared to say that they are not. I'm gonna say not scared. I'll just say they ain't scared to say I'm from Compton, and what I've done.
Mhm.
And like I said, ceasefire. That's one of the best organizations because
Mhm.
they wanted us to stop fighting, stop killing each other, and cease fire. And the Nation of Islam fell in love with you guys too, for doing the work that you did, or Minister Tony Muhammad and so many others that just wanted to make sure that we do that. And uh, I'm a little older than them, way older, but I'll just say little right now. But I'm way older than them because today, if I told you my birthday, 78. Wow. That's a 78
Yeah.
or
Happy
anything.
birthday.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
And
Well, you got
so,
two heavyweights right here, Molly, with Kel Mack and Skip. And I really admire these two brothers for what they do, as far as like trying to get people on the right page as far as like understanding the history and trying, going forward, trying to keep the peace in the streets.
I'm
Uh
that
a,
wasn't no easy thing. And so, um, I forgot. I had a saying that Jim Brown always said. I don't have it in front of me. If I put my camera off and walk in the room, I'll go back and get it because I wrote it down. But when he was had his shop right there on Compton Boulevard, Skip,
Yeah, where Rockhead was at, right
yeah,
there with the dollar store right there now, next
come
to it.
on now, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes,
Cross street from the gas station, cross street from
yeah.
probation. I know exactly where it was. He made us go in there and train. We had to train in that place.
Wow.
mhm.
man, listen. Molly said it ain't easy. I ain't never told nobody this. Skip the only person know this, so y'all finna be the next three to hear this.
Okay.
I called Skip one day. I said, man, I don't know how you do it. I just don't. I said, I can't do that. What Skip do, I can't do that. I skip it. It's a job that you guys, Molly may know, or may not, but you don't see the behind the scenes, the backlash, the crying from old men, the bickering, the hatefulness. All of that Skip deals with it, and he deals with it well, man. So I told Skip, man, you a hell of a dude. If nobody don't tell you are a hell of a dude.
Cat off to you, Skip.
Okay. I
Yeah.
appreciate it, but you made one wrong statement in there. You said I deal with it well. You don't see me at home crying and tripping and calling people like, why did he do that? Why did he promise he wasn't and he went over there shooting anyway? Why now we got to go meet with the mama? And man, I don't deal with it well. I just don't. I just don't air it in public, And I
Which,
did this one time when remember when I said 4Extra ain't had no fight
yeah,
in jail, and I was proud of him. And so many people took that and said, "Oh, Skip lying for probation and parole and all that." And I kind of lost it then.
yeah.
But I try my best to hold on. But man, it break my heart every time these dudes the young girl Rajane Morgan, man. I met her mama and talked to her mama now every other week too. The one who got shot on Imperial, where the sheriff deputy stood behind the car and stayed on the phone. Man, it makes me cry, man. Because I know the work that we've been doing, the work to dealing with these kids and all that. So no, I don't deal with it well. But I appreciate it that you acknowledge it's hard and all
Yeah,
that. But
it
yeah.
is. Well, maybe I should have said the way you show it. You
Okay.
know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you don't see what's going on behind the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
Right. Right.
Kev, like I said, just being in the atmosphere,
Mhm.
just just the atmosphere
Mhm.
of what's going on. I'm so glad that like Vicky Lindsay, Sandra, Carolina,
Yeah.
what was it?
Pam
Pam
Carolina.
Carolina, because Sandra Carolina, that's her
Her
sister,
sister.
graduated
Yeah.
from high school with me. And so,
Mhm.
because if I could sing, I would break out, we go a long way back, And so when we have family, we've had breakfasts, you
Yeah.
know, Skip, you got, over
Mhm.
at the casino, at
Yeah.
Christian
Mayor Eric
Casino.
Perriton. Yep.
Yeah, and to get the politicians involved. And sometime I was talking to some of the other people, and sometimes they would say, "Well, I got a record and I can't vote no more." And so, but they still recognize that there are people that have that kind of authority, and so we have to work with them, good, bad, or indifferent.
Mhm.
And I think James Brown group was it American, Skip?
Mayor I
Yeah,
can.
Yeah.
Yep.
American. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
American. And so
Hmm.
had a chance to meet him and talk with him. And I mean, Jim Brown didn't just come around here. He was really involved. That office over there
Yep.
off of Compton Boulevard. And and the young men. And that's when you feel proud. When the brothers who are doing something are able to stand up and deal with different ones, that's a real good thing.
Mhm.
That's a real good thing. Because Skip,
Yep.
I know all of you. I don't know how many you've lost, because it was a lot at one time. I mean, it was a bunch of y'all.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
what really kicked me in the stomach is that Bo Taylor died,
Yeah,
and it was only two. I got involved. Like I got out of jail 2005. So by the time I got involved, they was about to kill Tookie Williams. So that's when I started paying attention to community call to action, accountability. Molly, I know
yeah,
you was there with them for a minute too.
yeah.
Um, but in 2006, I got involved really real close with Bo Taylor, and he died in 2008. And yeah, so I felt like I was, and right before he died, him and Jim Brown had a big fight. So Jim said, "Well, if you with him, Skip, you against me." So Jim had stopped messing with me, and then Looney died the very next Super
Oh,
Bowl, and
yeah. And
yeah, so I felt
you,
like I'm out here by myself, man. And there was always Taco and Vicky and Ceasefire, but every time I come up with an idea, Taco call me and say, Vicky ain't gonna help. She gonna say that's too far to drive. If we told Vicky to leave her house and come on 79th and Western, she say all the way over there. She would say that. So if we ever had anything to do, if it wasn't in Compton, Vicky would say, "Y'all want me to go all the way over there?" So it kind of it messed me up that everybody just started dying and getting killed and all that, and yeah, it
or
made it. Yeah.
when I would come
But
up
you're
to
right.
I would come up
You're
to
right though.
WCAC, and Looney would see me. He come on, he ride. Oh no, that's Molly Bell. Let her in. Do this. And
Yeah.
they, you know, when you're made to
Yeah.
feel like you're somebody, and they would just, we had a lot of meetings up at WLCAC, Save
Yeah.
King Through Hospital, because they tried to get rid of it, and reparations, and people don't know everybody that did everything.
Yeah,
And
and you
so,
mentioned Mr. Peoples too. I remember Mr. Peoples in that green
oh
truck.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
red, black, and green, and
Yeah.
so one time people say, this truck, it for those who don't know, it was a flatbed. Kev, I don't know if you saw it, but it was a flatbed, and was more like we called it a slave ship. And so one time this friend of ours named Big Money said, "You need to clean this up. You need to do
Yeah.
this." And then
Mhm.
Mr. People said, wasn't cleaned up when we were in the bottom of it.
Right.
When
Mhm.
we left Africa, it wasn't cleaned up. It wasn't
Right.
what it
Yeah.
was. And so we would always say, we need reparation. What is reparation? Reparation is repair. What is repair? Whatever. Whatever it takes to make us whole. And so we would, it was a lot. And so, and we go, how do we know that we're not whole? The reason we know that we're not whole, because the Constitution says we were 3/5 of a person. I know a fraction when I hear a fraction. So we've
Right.
got to do what has to be done. And reparation is something that we're going to continue to stand up for and to fight. I'm going to take this call right quick. I'm getting all my birthday wishes.
Okay.
So
All
I'm
right.
All right.
taking
Yeah.
you off
But
the camera.
but you're right though, Skip and also Kel. I mean, I never really got too deep into any of the ceasefire movements or anything, or trying to bring people together on that level. However, just dealing with the things that I dealt with as far as like drug rehabilitation, alcohol rehabilitation, and drug rehabilitation programs, and I ran a program actually right there on Florence. Florence is a little church right there on Florence between 5th Avenue and 8th Avenue. And the only thing I could tell them was the same thing that they told me when I went through rehab, is that if it's 100 people in the room, you might just reach one. You might just reach one. But if you can reach that one, it matters. It matters, man. It does matter, so keep doing what you're doing, keep doing what you're doing, man. You save one life, man. That's a life saved,
Okay, let me ask this question. Kev Mack, you ain't gave up, right? You gonna call another meeting? I'm gonna be outside and film the outside of it.
Outside. You're gonna film the outside. Oh man.
Y'all crazy. Skip, I went
Yes.
and got the book. I told you I wrote down what Jim Brown used to say.
All right.
And he would
Well,
say,
just start. You say the first part and let me see if I can remember the last. So go ahead.
eliminate the negative.
Oh, establish the facts and choose your best option.
There you go. That's what
Yes, indeed.
that's the way he would teach. He would say,
Yeah.
whatever you do, first eliminate the negative. What's the next one?
Establish the facts
Establish the facts.
and choose your best option.
Then choose your best option. And I'm just
So-
saying that's again, we have to keep those things in mind. And sometimes I say, I write down a lot of the things that people that I admire say,
Mhm.
so that I could keep it. Because I went to some of the meetings, met Jim Brown outside from the building, and then I said, I need to come in and see. He said, I'll be finished in a minute and we could talk afterwards. And I said, okay. But that was Jenny. He was, I know all of you know who we're talking about, Jim Brown, right?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Jim Brown in life.
Yeah, he was
Mhm.
he was a football player.
Definitely a legend in his own time, for sure.
There are people right now who are in their 12th season, 10th, 11th season, who are still trying to break the records that he did in 7 seasons.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was definitely a good football player. But let me tell you, I was behind the scenes a lot. Him and Bo would argue. We'd have everybody in the room. You got Big Shiphead from Gardena. You got Looney. You got Puppet from Mansfield. Everybody out of Watts, Rockhead from Compton. You got everybody in the room, and they would argue. I mean, to the point where I felt like my parents was getting divorced. I was making $3,000 a week driving a tow truck, and I stopped to get into that. And I'm like, oh no, I got something to say. And Jim said, oh, you just want to say something. All right, it's your turn. Say something. I said, man, I'm heartbroken, man. I didn't know that Unity 1 didn't get along with Unity 2, and Unity 2 didn't like Unity 3, and none of them liked Venice 2000. And I thought I'm getting into peace moving because it's all peace. But I found out it wasn't all peace, man. I found out that Bo and Jim didn't like each other. I'm like, damn, we in the same house. How's this gonna happen? So yeah, but I definitely tip my hat to Jim because he used to open up his house to everybody. And I was probably there probably 2 times before he even said, "Man, what's your name?" You know what I mean? So shit, I've been at your house twice and you still ain't know my name. So I tip my hat to Jim. I tip my hat to Bo, because Bo would organize. Bo would organize. And a lot of people don't know Bo didn't get no money to do all that organizing he did. So yeah.
But didn't all
Skip
three
and
of them
Kev.
work?
And
Go,
Skip and Kev. It's Molly's
go ahead,
birthday.
Mick.
Molly, we love you. It's your birthday. You got so many stories. Skip got some great stories. Kev got some great stories. I want to your memoirs. We got to put this in writing. You
Yes.
see KP coming out with a book.
That's right.
Kev Mack is next. We done a book on sports here. Kev Mack is next. And Skip is going to be there. But Molly, it's your day today. And we want to make sure you have a great birthday and a great evening. And that's what we're going to be doing. You got so many stories. You got a lot of stories. I've been listening. I've been educated I was just up the street there in Southgate. So you were just a little way away from me, from that area where you at. So it was all good. Skip, you doing a great job. Kev Mack, I always listen to your show. You everything you doing, man. We're gonna do something on sports. We're gonna do it this year. Gotta get some love on that.
Yeah.
I know. I can't think of his. He does his rap. He does a show. I did his show. But I was a little different. I think his name is Boss Mac, and he's
Oh
out
yeah,
of
Boss
Omaha.
Mac.
Yeah, I did his show, and Keith don't be cussing. Y'all don't be cussing. Boss Mac, he say, and when I start telling him all about this, because his mother and Boss Mac's mother and I are real good friends. And so, and I would tell him about some of the things. And I did one of his show, and he kept me on there 3 hours. I said, we can't do no show for 3 hours. And he said, well, you got to go find those other guys. I said, what other guys? He said, the other guys that you boss around, because we're going to do this show for 3 hours.
You've been held hostage.
Yeah, it was like I'm not with you, Keith. Keith, I said, Keith,
Hey,
we shouldn't go over an hour because ain't nobody gonna watch this for an hour. And Keith said, okay, I'm looking at it now, 1 hour and 2 minutes. All right, ready. And I want to
yeah.
talk about
Well, I mean,
what
when
we,
you're having fun, time goes by pretty fast.
yeah,
We
well,
got
like I said,
a lot of people with a lot of positive personalities on this show here. That's just like if you're in an environment where you got a whole bunch of alphas in the same building, it's a lot that needs to come out. It's a lot that needs to come out. But hey, it is what it is. Show with Molly Bell, y'all.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I
Happy
wanna
birthday.
agree. I wanna agree real quick with brother Mickey D and what he said. I want to hear Molly and your stories, but before you go, Molly, I gotta go back to that question I asked Kev Mack because I never heard his answer. You ain't quit, did you?
Pretty much. Pretty much.
All right,
Man,
all
we
right.
gotta light the fire. We gotta light the fire back up under you, dude. But see, I give you credit because you did make the effort and you did try to bring the guys together, and they did come. But it's those cats that's still out there in the streets that don't want to let go of that lifestyle. Some of them are young and they just getting in it. But then you got guys that are making money off of being in the streets. And they're the ones that don't want to let go. They don't want to let those youngsters stop doing what they're doing because they're making bread off of them. So let's be real about it. You
All
got
right, so
cats
there's one
that's been
person,
locked up in the pen. And
but there's one
well,
person who never stopped, and she been doing it now for
one person,
78 years. Molly Bell. She ain't stopped.
Molly
So
Bell.
let that be
Molly
motivation
Bell
to you,
ain't never
Kev Mack.
stopped.
But go ahead. She ain't stopped.
I mean, to be
that's that's the reason we've got to do. Like I always write down stuff that I like. What people say. Emil Cabral says, "Hide nothing from the masses of our people. Mask no difficulties. Tell no lies. and claim no easy victories. When we
Right.
do things like that, Gil Scott Heron said, the revolution will not be televised. Dr. Frances Cress
Yep.
Wilson says, in the ISIS papers, she says, one, fight for the liberation of Black people, fight to end the system of white supremacy, and fight to replace it with a system of justice. There are so many people that we have to look up to, wonder who they are. And like I said, Skip, I was gonna go find Jim Brown's thing. So, think that I just made up something. I'm glad because that's what we do. Everybody needs somebody. Well, they used to use when I was coming up, you need somebody to co-sign for you.
Yeah.
I don't do you guys still say that? Co-sign?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If somebody Looney was crazy about me. Whenever I would come up around Bo Taylor, because I think when Bo Taylor died, 3 people died at the same time because it was on
Yeah.
the front page of the Sentinel.
You want me to tell you who it was?
Yes.
Okay, so Bo Taylor was the third one. The first one was Bernie Mac. The second one was Isaac Hayes, and Bo Taylor died on 11. So they went 9, 10, 11.
And it was all on the front
Oh,
page
wow.
of the Sentinel.
It was
Yeah.
on the front page of the Sentinel.
Yeah.
August 9th, August 10th, August 11th. We lost Bernie Mac, Isaac Hayes, and Bo Taylor.
Yeah. Go
Okay.
ahead. And like I said,
Molly, give us the key. Give us the key, Molly. What's your motivation? What keeps you going? What keeps you?
oh,
What gives you that spark to continue?
loving my people.
That's right.
Loving my people.
Okay.
We have got to love each other. Plus, I have a relationship with God that's second to none. Nobody in all my time of doing it, they haven't never seen me. I ain't gonna say I ain't never smoked no weed or anything, but they ain't never seen me smoking. They don't hear me cuss. They don't hear me do that. And I show up and I'm not
Yep.
even when it was Venice 2000, I was out there with Minister Tony Muhammad, with Venice 2000 when they were doing things. And God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. And for myself, I honestly believe that the things that we are doing is for a purpose. We need to do it for a purpose
Yeah.
because they're not like us.
Exactly.
And they don't
Everybody
like
plays a part. Everybody has a part in society. And people will sit and they try to figure out, well, what's my purpose in life? What's my purpose in life? Your purpose in life is to fit into the puzzle because
Yeah.
everybody has a different personality and they got a different job that they have to do. So to me personally, I know what my job is. I know what I was put here to do.
That's
And
right.
that's to keep doing what I'm doing. So I'm not going to make your life hard. My job is to make your life better. My job is to make everybody around me's life better. And if I can't do that, then I got to get out the way. I got to move out the way and let somebody else do it that's qualified to do it.
As my homeboy
That's
Michael
just
here would say, he's better known as Mumpy. I'm gonna play my role. I know my
Yep.
position. I'll play my position. Like on the bench,
Yeah.
got 9 positions. We all don't play the same position, but we the same team.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what we as a people and the system of white supremacy will start elevating. It's 2, 4, 6 of us on here right now. If the system of white supremacy around, they will, after this would be over with, they would go and pull one of us aside and say, yeah, did you see how long they let Kev speak? He trying to be the boss. And then they'll tell that to Mickey. Then they'll tell KP, this is KP. And and then they'll keep on. Who said that? Divide and what?
You're right.
Divide and
You're
conquer.
right.
It's the oldest
Divide and conquer. Oldest trick in the book.
trick in the book.
Yeah, there's 5
Yeah.
of us on here, and they'll do that. And we have got to do that. We've got to be a very, very careful, because I remember when different ones went to funerals, and you had to be careful. And sometime I'll show up and somebody will say, "Oh, there come Molly Bell," and then Skip will say, "I knew you. Remember we was out way out at that restaurant out in Liso Village or wherever we were, and then you said, I knew you would be here, and I saw you, Skip, and we talked." And I'm just saying that that's what we have to do. We have to look for each other, watch out for each other, and be with each other,
Right.
because don't nobody have our back but us.
Right.
Don't
Exactly.
nobody have our back. Nobody have our back but us. And so
It's
we have
just
got
us.
to be one. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
just us.
And Kev, you can't drop out of nothing.
Tell him, Molly. Tell him. Wait, listen, Kev. Turn your speaker on so you can hear. Go ahead. Say it again, Molly.
Kev, you
Don't let Molly come after you with a switch, man. She come after you with a switch, bro.
Right.
Kev, you
Because we'll hold you down and let her whoop you, man.
Hey, look, Kev, like Kev Max said, he got his part to play. Kev, you realize that you are obviously a great organizer, because if you was able to get that meeting and get those people together on the same page, at least for that one day, you don't have to be there. All you got to do is say, "Hey, look, organize and let somebody else run it."
You know what?
Play
That
the part.
reminds me of what Skip said when I was speaking highly of Skip. I just had a phone. I got the connections. Skip helped me out in that. And then when things went left, I still was able to communicate with some of the people through Skip, some of Skip's partners. So it's all about communication. We lack communication with each other and respect for each other.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, Skip told me this, and I didn't understand it when he told me. I interviewed Skip, and Skip said, I'm going to say it verbatim. He said something about people want peace. They just want to be the person that creates the peace. And once I got to talking to different people, I understood exactly what Skip meant.
Yeah.
Dudes want the peace, but if they're not getting credit for it, they try to and interrupt it.
They want the flowers. They want the flowers.
Yeah. See, people don't want to stay in their lane, man.
Nah.
Yeah.
Stay in their lane.
Well, see, that's something we have to overcome as a people. That's that crab in the barrel mentality that we always got to pull each other back a step. And once they see you advancing one step, instead of congratulating you, man. That's what I'm all about. I'm about trying to stay positive, man, on whatever I do. If I can't congratulate you, I ain't gonna break you down. I ain't gonna try to shoot you down.
But think about this, and I heard Molly Bell say it a couple of times about the white supremacy.
Yeah.
So the white supremacy has us in a barrel.
Yeah.
Black people, just like the name you just called out there, don't belong in a barrel. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
None of them belong in a barrel. The seafood belong at the bottom of the sea. That's why they out there. You know what I mean? So if I put them in a barrel, I created an environment where they're gonna be pulling each other down. So that's what white supremacy has done to us, put us in conditions to where I don't want to say you got on a nice blue hat and nice blue shoes, but I don't like it because I got a red hat, red shoes. I want to pull your shoes off. I want to take your hat off. Or somebody get a nice, back in the days, it was the BMW. Somebody get a nice BMW, they mad. Okay, I'm gonna rob him. You know why?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't have a BMW. So it's when we're in the conditions that promote this foolishness, then everybody say, look at them, look how they acting. But we don't belong in these conditions in the first place. Exactly. It's the white supremacy that got us there.
You talk about 400 years of conditioning and brainwashing. And I hope that it don't take us 400 years to get out of it.
Well, Keith,
we won't be around 400 years from now.
One thing about crabs in a barrel, if ever you go shopping or go someplace and you see a bunch of crabs in the barrel, they're okay. Except when you in the barrel, there's some water, and they still
Mhm.
okay. But once you put some heat under it, they'll pull each one trying to get out. They'll pull the next one down on top of it. And that's what the system of white supremacy wants to do. Put us in a barrel and then turn the heat on. The heat might want to be who we gonna put in the center, who we gonna put on the top page, who we gonna say did
Mhm.
this. And then we all start jockeying for that position because it's okay
Yep.
to be in that barrel. If that's what crabs do, if crabs stay there and they cool, they
Right.
all right. But you turn, put some crabs in a barrel, turn the heat on, and then they just gonna try to pull each one out. And so we need to have that
Mhm.
Mickey, that Mickey vibe where, as we were talking today, twice he brought up Keith wrote a book.
Yeah,
Keith wrote a
okay.
book. Keith wrote a
Mhm.
book.
You know
You have
what though? You know
uh
what? This is a time they're trying to erase history. They're trying to erase everything. Kev, Skip, you, Molly, just like KP, you got a story in you. You got something kids 20 years from now need to know. Kev Matt, what happened, Skip, what happened in the streets 10, 15 years ago. See, it's going to be rewritten by somebody else,
yeah.
not us. That's why I'm in a desperate sprint to get these stories out now.
You
Oh,
I want the
Mhm.
stories told by the actual people.
you
I
just
don't
yeah.
want stories told by the revising history and stuff like they're gonna do five,
Mhm.
10 years from now.
eh,
This
eh,
is this is Skip Townsend right here. This is Kevin. This is Molly Bell. But let me tell you, when time expires, which it will on all of us, in SKP, then there's going to be all kinds of things said. But that book that Molly wrote, that Skip wrote, that Kev wrote, that is the real right there. That's it right there.
What
Kev
that
got it
say?
right there. That's his version, his
this is my
story.
book,
Okay,
Memoir of a Gambler. Uh,
Memoirs of a Gambler.
Where I get that from, Kev?
Amazon.com.
Yeah.
Why you ain't say nothing? Why that ain't all over the internet?
But I mean, I plug it up every now and then. I don't go out my way to plug it. But listen, Mickey just reminded me, and it never even dawned on me till Mickey got to talking about leave some behind in history. This is my 10th year since I dropped this book. So it's an anniversary
Well,
for me.
All right. Hey, congratulations, my brother. Happy
congratulations. Yeah.
anniversary on that. We got
Wow.
two-fold celebration over here. We got Molly Bell's birthday. We got Kev Mack's anniversary for his book.
I don't want to take that.
Congratulations.
It's Molly.
5 alarm.
That's right.
5
Thank
Yeah.
alarm.
you.
But yeah, Mickey Frazier. Mickey
Mhm.
has this Mickey Frazier Publishing. So
Yeah, you guys
he's the
told me.
man.
I was
Book
trying to get
goes.
Mickey, you're gonna have to come over and see my photo album
You
books.
got a lot of stuff.
I mean,
Yes.
I have about 3 shelves. I mean, I'm
Mm.
talking about in the garage. On the day of the civil unrest, when we were burning up Los Angeles, I went through in my van and I'm taking pictures of
You got books.
everything. They even somebody had put F the police, F Gates, writing on the street. We had a
Mhm.
big different grocery store on the corner. And in Watts, I guess Mr. Lee must have been somebody because he burned down his store, but the community wrote, sorry, Mr. Lee. And it did. You should see them because we didn't have TikTok and Instagram and all
Mhm.
this. I had to take those pictures,
Uh-huh.
get them developed. When Geronimo G. Pratt was released out of prison, when he went back to Africa, and since he was a Black Panther, he called himself a Panther in Africa, and Africa don't have the Panthers. And so, you know, and he referred to himself. I have letters from him.
Where did Skip go? Where did Skip go?
He's back.
There he is.
Oh, there he is. What happened? Yeah. But Mollie, you got a book right there. You got a book. That's a book. You have a book right there.
And I
picture book.
worry that I worry that I'm going to leave this planet, and without it being done, and so I'm going to have to make arrangements, because this many years of the struggle. I'm talking about 1965, when they used to ask, how many kilowatts does it take to burn down a city? And the answer was 1 watts. 1 watt.
Oh boy.
That's all that it took. And so we have to know who we are, what we've done, and the people that we have been, and the people that inspired us to, you know, to do the things, because we are somebody. All right, Keith, I know I want to talk about Trump, but I'm not going to do that today. Yeah, because I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that today. Only thing I'm going to say.
It's all about you today, sister. It's all about you.
Right, but the only thing I'm going to say is that we've got to be mindful of what the system of white supremacy is. And see, and Dr. Francis Cress Welsing said, we mess up when we call them white supremacists. Would that make you mad if somebody say, Mickey is supreme? That ain't gonna make you mad. But he said, you call it the system of white supremacy, because that's what they've done. They've made it a system, and it works. And so next time, I hope we get together again real soon. And like I said, you could see, let me see, hold them.
Yep. Wow, I'm honored. I'm honored that these people came on here today, Mollie, in order to pay tribute to you on your birthday. It's a blessing. It's a blessing.
Happy birthday to you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Mollie Bell.
Yeah.
Mollie Bell. I told people before, Mollie Bell is my hero, my shero, that I would take you to a battle before I would bypass 20 guys to come get you. Because I know you ain't gonna run. Oh man. Yeah, she did run. Where you go? She disappeared.
Wait. Keith. Today is my birthday, and I know. Okay, and I'm talking to one of my good friends. She just called the witness. No, I'm talking to you.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay. Say hello to my friends and tell them why you called.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Hello, I called because the Mollie Bell means a lot to me, and on behalf of Albert and myself, I'm calling to wish her a very happy, healthy birthday.
Yes, indeed.
All right.
Happy and healthy birthday. I got to start including that too. Healthy birthday.
All right. Thank you so very much. I'm doing a Zoom with some of my friends.
Okay then.
I love you, and I'll probably see you at church Sunday.
Okay then.
All right. Love you. Bye-bye. Yeah. Most of the time when I do Keith's show, I take my phone off the hook so it won't ring.
Yeah, I understand. You know, hey, this is a special day today. You got to do what you got to do. You know?
Yes, indeed.
I'm happy. I'm happy you getting those calls. Cause see, I'm not like you. I like guys. Doc Holliday said in the movie Tombstone. Guy asked him, said, "Why you be with the Wyatt Earp and them all the time?" He said, "Well," he said everybody got friends. He said I don't have any. I don't have many. He said, and Wyatt Earp is my friend. So you know that when people show you that love, you know,
Give
I'm
the
I'm like
flowers.
I'm like Doc
Yeah.
Holliday. I don't have a whole lot of friends, you know, and that's by design because I basically, you know, put myself in that position. I keep my circle small, and it works for me, you know. It's not saying that I don't know people. I know people, but I'm talking about friends when it comes down to that. Uh, you
Right.
know, so enjoy your friends. Enjoy your friends. You got them. Enjoy them. And enjoy your day. Today is your day. It's like, you know, hey, yeah.
Yes, indeed. Molly, it's your day. Happy
Yeah.
birthday to you. I'm glad I was able to get on the line, if only for a minute, just to tell you how much I love and respect you. And, you know, you were talking about quoting other people and you had everything written down. So when KP had said something about purpose in life, you know, when I first heard that, I heard it from Vicky Lindsay, who was quoting you, Molly Bill, talking about your purpose-driven life. And I used to always say, "What does that mean? What are you talking about, Vicky?" And she said, "I got that from Molly Bell." So when you said that, KP, it reminded me that you're not the only one taking notes, Molly. They taking notes on you too.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
like I said, love
Yep.
me some Vicky and Vicky. Uh, how they used to say, it's so good to love somebody, and that somebody loves you back. That
Yes,
same
indeed.
Mhm.
one loves
Yeah.
you.
Yes.
I forgot
Mhm.
who is the Teddy Pendergrass thing that.
That's
Yeah,
Teddy
that
Pendergrass.
was Teddy
Yeah.
Pendergrass.
All
Teddy
right.
Molly.
Bear.
I mean, but what's his name? What's his name? Get all the what's the name? Who was the leader of that group though? He Harold Melvin get all the credit
Harold
for it. That was
Melvin.
Teddy,
Yeah, Harold
but it was
Melvin. Yeah.
Teddy who
No,
said it though. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah.
good to love somebody, and that
when
Yeah.
somebody
somebody loves you back.
loves
Yeah.
you back.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know what he
That
said
was kind
after
of
that?
weird. That
You
group,
know
you
what he
know,
said after
Teddy,
that?
What's
He
that?
said
what's
after
that?
that he said, and that's a fact.
And that's a fact. Yeah, you
This,
know,
this,
Teddy
Yeah.
Pendergrass started out as a drummer in that group and ended up
Right.
being
Yeah.
the lead singer.
Yes,
Then went
indeed.
out on his own and had a magnificent career on his own.
Yep.
You know,
well,
yeah.
one thing I did not do today, I did not stop because I was hearing about the Lakers and what they were saying about the Lakers. And I said, it's the game tonight, you know,
No.
and but I wanted to see it. But I said, I don't even know if it came on or not. But I said, I'm doing Keith. If I tell Keith I'm not going to do the show tonight, I think he might get a little upset with me. So I didn't
Mm.
even bring it up. So because they said that
No, this show
somebody,
was for you. This show is for you. This, you know.
but I didn't know that it was for me. You said we just gonna talk, but
Yeah.
don't think I haven't been watching the screen every few minutes. Here it come again. Happy birthday, Molly Bell. Wrong time.
Mhm.
Happy birthday, Molly Bell.
Yeah, there you
Wrong
go. One more
time.
time. Matter of fact, as one is leaving, the other one's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep. Here comes the
Oh
other. Here comes the
man,
one
that's
right
that's
now.
funny.
See?
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah.
And I thank you guys for that. Like I said, 78. You should see the flowers. I can't pick them all up.
I know. I just saw him. I don't know if you
Yeah.
Now,
saw him,
I
KP
saw
and
him.
Mickey.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
just
saw him. I
Yeah.
saw him.
one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I have
Yeah.
another one.
Yeah.
I have another one over here. Wait a minute. This is
Molly,
That's
Molly,
love.
Molly, I'm not in your business, but them flowers look like a love interest sent them. That was a nice big book.
Yeah.
You know, I
Molly.
mean, you ain't got to say nothing. I'm just telling you what I
Talk to
saw.
us, Molly.
That looked really,
Then you know us,
yeah.
Molly. You tell us. You know.
all y'all need prayer. This is my friend Fitzico. When he called,
See, Molly, you got your sugar daddy over there. You got your sugar
I
daddy.
don't have no sugar daddy. Y'all ought to quit. Fitzico, say hi to my friend.
All right. Hello, friend.
Okay.
How you doing, friend?
Wait a minute. Let me see if I can turn it up a little bit. Wait, I pressed the wrong button. Fitzico?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, speak up one more time.
All right. You're beautiful. Man, over there, I take a number. Just, she's full of love and hugs and prayer. That's what you gonna get.
Yeah, that's
All
my
right.
friend. Now, the next time,
That's
KP, you do the Indian story about us, this is who
Mhm.
you need to talk to, Fitzico. And you were talking about Boley, Oklahoma,
Oh,
and all
okay,
the
right.
other fish.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do is fix the code. Call me back in
Mhm.
about 30 minutes.
Yes, I will. All right. Thanks. Meet everybody.
Okay,
Molly,
y'all say
All right.
bye.
you
Nice meeting you. Nice meeting you. Take care.
Nice meeting you. Molly, let me dovetail real quick on what Skip said, that Vicky said. You truly have lived a purpose-driven life, and we're so proud of you, and we love you. And I'm gonna be calling it a night, Molly.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah,
brother
we love
Mickey.
you.
That was a positive, good positive
Yes,
thing
indeed.
to say.
Yep,
And,
yep.
and, I, and I'm
Molly's an
gonna close.
inspiration.
I'm gonna close with a black fist and remind reparations in memory of our ancestors and all you prayer warriors. You know what you've got to do. You've got to keep fasting. You've got to keep praying because the struggle continues. But always, to God be the glory. Yay! Thank you
Amen.
so very
That's right.
All
Amen.
That's
right. I
right.
love you too,
Okay.
Molly. I'm gonna get
We love
on.
you
I'm in
guys.
Fresno. I gotta get
Take
to
care.
work. So
All
Okay.
right, man.
appreciate it, KP, for giving me the
Appreciate it.
information.
Yes,
Love you,
sir.
Molly, and I'll see you soon.
All
All
right.
right.
Take
And
care.
at some
Take care.
point, brother Mickey, I'm gonna ask KP to give me your information, man, because
That's right.
I do want to write a book. I want to make some of these stories known. So
You got it. You got
appreciate
me.
everybody on this call.
All right,
Yes,
brother.
sir.
Take care.
All
Be
right.
All right,
safe.
sir.
Be safe, Skip. Be safe, Skip.
Yes, indeed.
Now,
Thank you,
talk with you
Casey.
later. Yes, ma'am.
All
I
right.
said thank
Take
you.
care.
Mickey, Molly
And
Bell,
yes,
All
this
right,
was a
KP.
pleasant
trying to
surprise.
cue, trying to cue your music. Yeah. Yeah, I wanted, that some people like, the people that I got to come on were people that know how to use the people that know how to use the system. They know how to use it. Cause there's a lot of people a lot of people that I know actually, but a lot of these people don't know how to use these systems. And it would, if it was somebody that you want to interview, and that's what I wanted to tell you, was trying to get you to see, was that if you could, like, if you want to do another show and you got people that you want to come on, for, that's what I would like to do as far as like Molly Bell, It Is What It Is show going
Yeah, what?
forward. Is like if you have some guests that you want to come on, and then I'll be able to give you the link, and you can give them the link, and then I'll be able to talk them in, talk them to bring them up, to bring them in, as far as like showing them how to do it, showing them how to get on. You follow me so far?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would like to do that. I would
Who
like
is
to
it?
do that.
Okay, wait a minute. Don't. Okay, hold on. All
All
right.
right, Molly. So I'm
Okay.
gonna sign off, and I'm
Well, stay on
no.
while I open this door for the stranger.
Oh, okay.
Right. How you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm doing the best I can. Thank you. Molly?
What the heck did I do? I can't get. All right.
87.
58.
Happy birthday, beautiful.
All right, thank you.
Happy birthday. Yes, ma'am.
All over there.
Come here.
Yeah. What
Happy birthday, beautiful.
Thank you.
Happy birthday. God bless you. My name's Jason.
Got a
Yes, ma'am, if you don't mind. My name's Jason. Hey,
one that she gave. I'm just asking. The one that she had me to try, it was pointed and it only had 3 wheels. But then
Okay, folks, this is KP's video
oh,
news, and we're getting ready to sign off in a minute here. As soon as
go ahead.
Sister Mollie comes back.
I trust him. He brought me a walker from
Okay.
my,
All right. I'll talk to you later. Talk to you later.
okay, love you.
Happy birthday.
Okay,
Talk to you later. Take care.
okay, bye-bye.
All right. Bye. All right, folks. Yeah, that was Mollie Bell from Compton. And we also had special guests. We had Kev Mack, and we also had Skip Townsend, and we had Mickey D from the Scoop, Mickey D from the Scoop on YouTube. So it was like, you know, a couple of YouTube collaborators here just trying to do a show to show our love to Mollie Bell, and she's been an inspiration to me for a long time, you know. And hey, I just gotta give her flowers. So it's Mollie Bell.
It is what it is, show.
It is what it is, show with Mollie Bell.
It is what it is, show with Mollie Bell, y'all.
That's right.
It is what it is, show with Mollie Bell, y'all.
KP's video blue.
It is what it is, show with Mollie Bell. Straight out of Compton with truth to tell. Coming with the real and it ain't no act.